The films which you are about to see are the accounts of the horrific maulings which befell 2 men in bear country. Originally from the quiet town of Edison, New Jersey, 22-year-old Darsh Patel was a student at Rutgers University majoring in technology and informatics, and Darsh was now on the verge of graduating after 3.5 long hard years of school. Though before he had to take his end-of-the-year exams, he and a group of friends decided to go take a relaxing hike in a nearby park known as Asfawa Preserve, which is only located a short 50 minutes away from New York City. The park itself takes up about 576 acres of land and is an amazing place for many nature goers. Though unbeknownst to many tourists who come to visit, the park is overrun with a massive black bear population of over 2,400. So most people understand that they need to bring some sort of protection, whether it be bear mace or a handgun. Well, most people know how to bring protection into this wilderness, but not all. On the fateful day of September 14, 2014, in the middle of the day, a young couple was hiking down the trail to leave the park when out of nowhere, they both saw a black bear following them and had been doing so for the last 10 minutes. Though as they were going around the last corner of the trail right before the parking lot, they managed to lose the bear, and so they decided to run the rest of the way just in case. And in doing so, they saw our friend Darsh Patel and his other 3 friends in the parking lot. Hey fellas, just wanted to let you know that we were just followed by a big black bear for quite a while down the trail. I wouldn't go up there if I were you. The boys then took a minute to talk it over to see what their options were, but thinking that it would be a crazy story to tell later, they decided to ignore the warnings from the couple and took their chances in the park. Continuing up the trail, the 4 friends were having a blast as they were being able to see beautiful scenery all around, along with being able to hang out together. Though as they came around the same corner that the couple from before said that they lost a bear, well, there he was, standing only about 300 feet away, staring dead at them. At first, the young men began talking amongst themselves to see what their next plan was to do, while simultaneously snapping pictures of the large bear. And at first, the large Bruin didn't do anything, but then suddenly, most likely from curiosity, the large black bear began very slowly making its way towards the boys. Still in amazement though from what they were seeing, the boys didn't move an inch, especially as they noticed the bear wasn't acting aggressive, charging, or growling. It was just walking. And before the boys knew it, they took their eyes off the bear for only a second, and in the blink of an eye, it was already 200 feet closer at just 100 feet away. Then, almost as if the bear had paranormal powers, in another blink of an eye, it managed to come to within 15 feet of the boys. Only this time, instead of being in absolute amazement, they made the worst absolute mistake of their entire lives. They turned their backs to the beast, and in a split second, they all ran in different directions. And unfortunately for our friend Darsh, the bear locked its eyes directly on him, which in return gave the other 3 friends a chance to run and regroup and start yelling at Darsh to try to run up a hill as fast as possible in an attempt to outrun the bear. Though as he was running away, Darsh would end up slipping on a pile of rocks, resulting in him losing one of his shoes, and not wanting to just give up though, especially as the massive bear was still running towards him. Darsh then tried to climb a large rock formation in an attempt to get greater distance in between them. But it didn't matter, the bear kept following, until eventually Darsh and the bear were completely out of sight. And as the other 3 boys watched, feeling helpless to save their friend, they quickly dialed 911 and screamed for help, where the local authorities quickly sent help to the boys' location. Only thing was though, as soon as they got there, Darsh and the bear were nowhere to be seen. Well, that was until finally they found the bear circling what looked to be Darsh's dead body. The bear was clearly claiming its kill and ready to defend it, even if it had to kill again. Then after about a 30-minute standoff, the authorities finally were able to shoot the bear dead by putting a bullet in the bear's shoulder and then another one in the bear's jaw, killing it immediately, which then allowed the rescue team to recover Darsh's body and later were able to perform a necropsy on the bear itself, where they found Darsh's clothing, skin tissue, and hair in the bear's stomach. The necropsy also revealed that the bear wasn't malnourished or diseased and was an average healthy 300-pound 4-year-old black bear. The authorities then went on to say that other than turning their backs and running, the boys did nothing to provoke this kind of attack, and that Darsh Patel was the first and only bear attack from the park itself. With that being said though, may Darsh Patel rest in peace. Originally from Alberta, Canada, 59-year-old David Lertzman was a highly esteemed Associate Professor of Environmental Management and Sustainable Development at the University of Calgary's Haskayne School of Business. David also taught graduate and undergraduate classes of leadership as well as sustainable development with the local indigenous peoples of the area. As well as he also directed wilderness retreat classes in the nearby area. And in having such a prestigious career, every day David would go on at least 2 runs that would help him get his mind off the everyday stress of the everyday grind. And the place that he would usually go would be the mountain surrounding his home, which usually has a diverse array of animals such as elk, moose, deer, cougars, wolves, and of course, black and brown bears. So usually David would make sure to always bring some kind of weapon to protect himself, which was mainly just bear mace at the time. Regardless though, it was the highlight of his day, so he made sure to go twice and just made sure to protect himself. Well, on the afternoon of May 4th, 2021, David headed out for his second run of the day, and for this run he's decided to go up to what was called Moss Trail, which was located right above town. It was a trail with amazingly beautiful scenery that David loved to run multiple times a week, and this time he was enjoying every single bit of it. Even to the point that he didn't even notice that he wasn't even alone on this run. Unfortunately for David, it wasn't another jogger joining him on this trail. No, in fact it was about the worst thing that it could have possibly have been. It was a large mother grizzly bear and her single cub that she was trying to protect, and without David even noticing, she was just hiding off in the brush just off the trail. Completely blind to David as he ran by though, the mother's bear's instincts kicked in as he did so, and she charged him from behind. And sadly, not only did David not see this attack coming, as he was enjoying the scenery all around him at the time, he would have no time to react, resulting in this being the last run of his entire life. David had left the house around 6 p.m. that night, but by around 10 p.m. his wife Sarah had decided to go outside in the woods to look for him as she began to get worried. She figured that he must have gotten injured and should be right around the corner on the trail. She was hoping to find him and to take him back home to care for him, but when she found no evidence of him on the Moss Trail, she decided to call 911 for help before it was too late. The authorities then quickly gathered up a search party together and grabbed a helicopter with a large spotlight on the side to help search. They searched for a short while before they were finally able to find David's body around 2 a.m. where it lay next to a creek at the bottom of a ravine. He was then later transferred to a local coroner's office where an autopsy was able to be performed, where it was revealed that he was definitely attacked by a bear that was being followed by a smaller bear, indicating a mother and her cub. And not only this, but the bear also managed to push David's body down an incredible 900 feet down an incredibly high cliff. The attack also set off a 3-week search period where game officers were setting around traps and baits all around the attack site and beyond in the attempt to catch the bear, but after 3 weeks, they concluded that the bear had moved on and was no longer a threat. A few days after the attack, the entire community came together to mourn David's passing with a memorial. And his works with the local population as well as the University of Calgary's Indigenous program also lives on after his death. But with that being said, may David Lertzman rest in peace. And once again, thank you for watching. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on the notification bell for more content in the future. Goodbye for now.